Beloved friends, welcome to PMC English. We are traveling in the path of Dhammapada and also understanding the Buddha and his philosophy and his Dharma. In the Buddha era, there are so many enlightened masters, especially Mahakashyap, Sariputra, Moggalaina, Ananda, and so many enlightened masters have evolved under the guidance of Gautama Buddha, and they have contributed so much to this whole humanity, especially the Dhammapada, the Dharma Marga taught by the Buddha, and they have taken to the public and they have contributed wisdom in so many ways. And after that, after the Buddha and all these enlightened masters, one enlightened masters has came into existence. When Buddha has passed, some enlightened masters had attended a council of meeting at that time, and they have revised the Dhammapada and the scriptures related to the Dhammapada, and they have exposed the wisdom of Gautama Buddha to this whole world. So after passing 400 years, a great enlightened master and who is a Buddhist monk has born on this earth. He was none other than Acharya Nagarjuna. Some enlightened masters will say that Acharya Nagarjuna has attained the highest peak of enlightenment. And till today, nobody has attained that state. He has seen the peak of enlightenment. Some enlightened masters will say. Why? Because so after the Buddha has passed away, and after the 400 years, Acharya Nagarjuna has born on this earth, and he has become a Buddhist monk and travelled throughout India, and he has done his sadhana and became enlightened at that time and contributed so much to this whole humanity, especially the Buddhism, the spread of Buddhism, especially in the South India. So he is the main person, the preacher in the South India to spread the Buddhism. So the main contribution of the Acharya Nagarjuna was not only in the sense of spirituality but also in the physical world, especially the education system. He has mainly focused on the education system. Why? Because he is an intellectual, and at that time he was an Acharya, professor in the Nalanda University, and he is a well educated man, and also he is a Buddhist monk. So he has contributed so much not only to the spiritual concerts and to the disciples, and also the physical world, and also to the education system, and he has created a new education system and new approach towards the education in that period. So what is the life of Acharya Nagarjuna? And he has existed on this earth for 600 years, and he has contributed his wisdom and established a university in the Nagarjuna Sagar, in the Nagarjuna place, and he had trained the people and trained the children not only in the physical education and also simultaneously in the spiritual education, and he has taught about the morals, ethics, and he had taught different types of skills and talents. And at that time they have called that education systems as Mahayana schools. What are the Mahayana schools? Mahayana schools are nothing but a child will born on this earth with some inborn and instinct qualities, with unique nature, with some purpose. So while giving the education in the schools, the teachers should explore the instinct and inborn qualities in the children and the skills and talents which are hidden in them. They should explore it and discover it. And they have to train the children to explore and discover their qualities, their skills, their talents and their inborn instinct qualities, so that they can grow in the society up to peak level. So they can contribute something by being on this earth. Why? Because education is not only a tool to earn money, to earn livelihood. Of course, it is one of the dimension, but education mainly is a tool to gain the knowledge, to gain the wisdom. But nowadays what happened, mainly when we see the education system in India, it was totally corrupted and it has become a business. So because of this education and the hospitality, these two sectors has become a commercial. That is the reason why nowadays we are witnessing the corruption, bribes and violence, atrocities, and the cost of living has also raised because of this education and hospitality. So why a man will earn money without any morals and ethics by doing the corruption and bribes means, see what a common man think, that when we have to lead a luxurious life in this society and when we have to fulfill our needs, especially the educational needs or hospitality or daily routine, so we want money. So money has become a main criteria in today's education. So what happens when this education has become a commercial thing, so everybody will studying by paying the money. And when they study with investing the money, means what they will think when they got the job, they think that we have to earn money. So that will become a main motto, but they don't think about the knowledge, they don't think about the wisdom, and also they don't invest their qualities and skills and quality of work. All these things wither away. Only money has become a main criteria for the education system in India. So that is the main drawback, that now we are witnessing so much of atrocities, violence, corruption, bribe and all those things are happening in the day-to-day life. We are witnessing it. So what the Acharya Nagarjuna will tell, that education should give free of cost. And at that Mahayana schools, these education, not only physical education but also the spiritual education is free of cost. So apart from that, he has invented techniques, some techniques and some skills, new skills, and he used to train the children in those talents, in those skills. So that is the reason why at that moment there are so many enlightened masters. Not only they have grown in the spirituality but also in the physical concepts, with the skills, talents and the creativity, and with the different type of life dimensions they have seen because of this type of education. So that is the reason why Acharya Nagarjuna has contributed so much to the education system. So especially the schools, the universities and the libraries, and so much of philosophies and theories and different types of skills. Because of this, he has given a name that he was the topmost enlightened person in this whole world. He has attained the peaks in the enlightenment. Some enlightened masters will say that. So why? Because he is an intellectual in the physical world and also enlightened master in the spiritual concepts. So he has combined both science and spirituality. Both science and spirituality he has taken together. And also apart from that, in this education system, he had thought about the morals, ethics, values and satya and dharma and shila, how to lead a happy and healthy life in this physical world, and also how to attain the nirvana while practicing the meditation. So the multi-dimensional way he has trained the children in that schools. So nowadays we need such type of universities. That is the reason why almost all universities have failed in the education system in India. Why? Because what happening in the universities nowadays? When we see the universities, what is happening there? Just they are giving education only to earn the livelihood, but not for the ethics, morals, and not for the knowledge and wisdom. But man cannot live bread alone, he want more. Food, clothing, shelter is not enough for a man to lead a happy and healthy life. He want more. He want freedom, he want happiness, he want creativity, he wants skills and talents and blissful state, and he wants everything. But the education system in India is focusing only on to earn the livelihood today. That is the reason why now when we see the youth and youngsters and also the children, they don't have any talents, they don't have any skills, and they don't have any creativity. Just they are living like a robots. They are taking degrees from the universities and going to the jobs and earning the livelihood. That's all. There ends the matter. But nothing more than that they are achieving. Why it is happening like that? Because education system should be changed in India. So that is the reason why now we have to plan for the multiversities. Just like that Mahayana schools in the Nagarjuna period, we have to plan such type of universities here in every part of India. So when we establish this multiversities, so in that what is the difference between the university and multiversity? Means university is contributing the education only to earn the livelihood, only to earn some knowledge about the society, nothing more than that. But that is not enough. In this multi-universities, what we are going to do is, we are going in the different dimensions. I mean arts, skills, talents, and different types of educations and different type of professions. And also apart from that, and we are going to discover the inborn instinct qualities in the children, what they will do, what is the purpose of their life, and what they are going to do to the society, and what is their potentialities, and what is their eligibility, and what is their criteria, and in what field they have interested to grow in this world. So nowadays the education system and the parents and the society, what these people are doing is, they are just imposing their ideas on the children. They are not giving freedom to the children, just they are imposing the ideas. For example, when the father mother had a dream to become a doctor or engineer, but they are unable to become, so they will impose their ideas on their children, just you have to become an engineer or a doctor. They don't understand the psychology of the children, just they will impose the ideas. But that is not the right way. Why? Because you are having that dream to become to go in that profession. But what about your children? Their passion is different, their interest is different, their field is different. How you impose your ideas on them? That is not the right way. So here everything should be changed. So in this multiversities, we go according to the inborn instinct qualities of the children, their capabilities, their potentialities, and their needs, and their complete life empowerment should be happened in the multiversities. See, when we see the life of a human being in a normal way, just they are empowering their only and body and mind, but that is not enough. Complete life empowerment is not happening. See, the body is growing, the mind is growing, but the heart is deteriorating. See, when we see this whole world, how many people are living with the humanity? We can count on fingers. Then what about others? So in the olden days, some elder people will tell that those who don't have education, they will live just like animals. But nowadays when we see the educated people also, they are living like animals. Then what is the difference? What type of education they are telling? Not that this physical education. They have to educate the children in different dimensions and in different angles. Body, mind empowerment. Apart from that, the heart, the consciousness and the humanity and the love and compassion, these qualities should also be evolved in the children or in the youth. So when these qualities will evolve in the children or youth, naturally they will grow like a perfect human beings. See, we have born like a human beings, but as we are living like a human being, perfect human beings, so when we see some people, they will look like animals. When we see some people, they will look like devils. Why? Because the physique of a human being is not the important. What is the nature of that person? Is that person is really a human being? What is his nature and what is his behavior patterns and their attitudes? Is this just like a human being or just like animals? When we compare this, so most of the people, they are living like just like animals in their very robotic way. They don't have any humanity, compassion, and they don't have any friendliness, nature, nothing like that. Just they are living like that. So that is not the way. The human being has evolved should evolve from the inner, not from the outer. Physics is not important. Your nature also should become a perfect human being. See, when we see the word human being, human means just you are taking the body as a human. Then what about your being, your nature and your consciousness, your energies? Unless until your being, your nature, your consciousness has not been changed, you are not going to live like a perfect human being in this society. So everything should be changed. So education needed for this type of empowerment also. Not only body mind empowerment, but total life empowerment. What is the total life empowerment? When we will get the total life empowerment, the science plus spirituality and plus multidimensional talents and the instinct qualities, inborn qualities, and plus lastly the enlightenment. So when these 5 categorized types of education when we give to the children, then we will see the total life empowerment. So that is the concept of multiversity. In what professions they are, in what professions they are doing, that is not the important way. We should guide the people to see the end of that profession, to go peaks in that profession, and how he has to lead their life with total life empowerment, and also with humanity, compassion and love, and also with the morals and ethics, and with satya, dharma and shila. So every department should become awakened with this multiversities, and we should train the people in different sectors, in different dimensions, and also we should educate the people in everything, whether they are highly educated or doing jobs or business, in whatever field they are, but we should give a different type of education to them. So that is the main concept of multiversities. So every people should be trained in that, every professional people should be trained in that, coming from the parents, the families, the children, the youngsters, the adulthood people, and the middle-aged people, and the parenting, and also brought up in different types of sectors, and software professionals, and also the revenue department. Every department people should be trained in that universities to lead a happy and healthy life. And also how they give the quality of their work, how they should be just like workaholistic and duty minded, how they will grow in their profession with truth, justice and humanity. So this is the main concept of multiversities. So in the Acharya Nagarjuna period, he has done this experiment, he had got success at that time. So now Nagarjuna has left his body before 2000 years, and now the time has came. Now the time 2500 years has completed. Now the time has came in the India to change the education system, and it is the right time to change the education system. Why? Because we are seeing so many changes in the society or in the environment and the people's mindset. But now, in what way they are going? They are going in the path of violence. They are going in the path of corruption. They are going in the path of in so many negative elements, but that is not the development of the society. How this society will develop means, you should stop the violence, and also you should stop the corruption and all these negative elements and social evils, all should be stopped, and people should lead their life with complete humanity, compassion and love, and everybody should lead their life with better living, with a blissful state, with enlightenment, with knowledge and wisdom. So that is the main motto of multiversity. So now the Acharya Nagarjuna has given the main important principles in that period. So at the time of Nagarjuna, he used to change the life of a thief or a prostitute or a different types of sectors people. He used to change the life of them with wisdom and knowledge, with intelligence and with different types of skills. So he has done a main experiment on that, education, especially education system. His main contribution to the society was education system. Now the time has came to change the education system in India. So what we have to do? We have to establish a multiversities. Wherever there is a Buddha project, wherever there is a Buddhavanam, wherever there is a different types of sectors of people, they should concentrate on this multiversities. When this multiversities has came into existence, then the overall development of the humanity will be done on this earth. Why? Because Center for Innovative and Education Science project should be needed in every nook and corner of India. So wherever there are, especially in the Buddha Vihars and Buddhist monasteries and different organizations, so they have to plan for this multiversities. So so that education system should be changed in India. So when the education system has changed, the hospitality will change and the whole structure of the society will change. When this education and hospitality has given at the free of cost, what happens means, so we will come out of the social evils like corruption, bribe and violence, all this happens. So see why a common man earn money in his life means, mostly he focus on the education of his children or hospitality of the children or the wife or the family or the cost of living, then the luxurious life. Mainly the education and hospitality, when it has become free, everything will be changed at that moment. So we will see a new type of society when this education system will be changed. So now the time has came to change the education system in India. Now we have to establish a multiversity. In this present scenario, we are planning a multiversity at the Nagarjuna Sagar project in the Buddhavanam, and it is a pilot project we are conducting, and we are giving a role model to the government, to the society, how to establish a multiversity and how to give a quality of education to the children. Of course, so many some spiritual persons are trying to do this, but they are going in 1-2 dimensions only, but I want to go in a multi-dimensional way, in different dimensions. Why this physical education or spiritual education, they are not different, they are one. They are simultaneously, they will go together. The physical world and the inner world, they will go together. And we will go according to the constitution and according to the preamble of the constitution, and also according to the education policy, and which was given in the education system in India. So just we have to make changes in that, and we have to make a new approach to the education system in India, a quality of education system. This education system will help every human being, and it helps to the development of, it will give a new discipline for the overall development of the humanity on this earth. So this multiversity has to become a role model to the whole world to establish a different type of education system on this earth. Why? Because it is needed. This same old rotten beliefs and this customs, all this should be gone, and the people should think in a new way, in new dimension, and with a new outlook and with new perceptions. For that, this education system should be changed. So that is the reason why, and we are taking inspiration from the Acharya Nagarjuna and how he has created the education system at that time, and how he had educated the people not only in the physical world and also in the spiritual way, and how he had influenced the negative people to change their lifestyles, and also how he has given a new perception, new outlook on the education system. So we are taking inspiration from the Acharya Nagarjuna and also from the Buddha, from the Gautama Buddha. In the Buddha period also, Buddha used to give some principles, how to lead a healthy life, happy life, and how to learn the art of living, and how to do the sadhana, how to make the commitments, how to lead a life with acceptance, and with how to lead a life with the complete relations, and what is love and compassion, what is the friendliness. He has given so many perceptions. So the Nagarjuna has taken the influenced by the Buddha, and he had become a Buddhist monk, and he has contributed so much at that moment. And his dream was to establish a Mahayana school. So in that era they had called that Mahayana schools. In the modern era we are calling it multiversities. These two are same. Mahayana is nothing but, what is the meaning of Mahayana? Mahayana is nothing but they will take all dimensions with different potentialities and with the different skills and talents. So they will take all the dimensions of the human life and they will educate the children, not only in one dimension, different dimension. So that is the reason why they have called that Mahayana. I mean, they will take all the philosophies and they will take all the dimensions of the life, and they will taught the children to grow in different level, in multidimensional way. So in nowadays we are calling it multiversities. So in those days they have called that Mahayana schools, and nowadays we are calling it multiversities. So especially when we see the Nalanda University at that moment, and it is the oldest university. Especially so many Buddhist scriptures, especially Dhammapada, and so many books are there in that university. But when the days are passing, and that scriptures have burnt away with some kings or some invaders from the outside in India. So now that knowledge, that wisdom should come back in the modern era. So the platform was multiversity. So it should be established in every part of India. So that is the reason why we are taking inspiration from the Acharya Nagarjuna to establish a new education system and new approach to the education system. Why? Because when the education system has changed in India, everything will change. Why? Because when we train the children from the childhood, definitely one day they will become the civilians of India, and definitely they will change their lives in different dimensions and different attitudes. So they will contribute something by being on this earth with their uniqueness, with their skills and talents, with their potentialities, and not only they will grow in personal way, but they will help the society and they will help the country, and to become a number one country in the whole world. Why? Because in the olden days the India has called as Vishwaguru. Why? Because it is the land of Buddhas, it is the land of enlightened masters, and it is the land of knowledge and wisdom. So that is the reason why in those days the world has called the India as Vishwaguru. So that status should come to the India in the present situations. So that is the reason why we have to change the education system. When education has changed, everything will change in India. Why? Because education is the basic need and is the basic platform. We can contribute so much to the education system. Why? Because it has changed, everything will be changed. So this present generations should be changed by the spiritual concepts and spiritual sadhana, and by the meditation they should change the mindsets, and we will train the people in different types of professions, and we will give the guidance to the people to grow up to full extent in their professions, and how to educate the people, and how to help the country, and how to help the society, and how they will pay back to the society. Why? Because society has given so much, then what you are giving in return? So we should train the professionals in this way also. So all these type of courses will be there in the multiversity, and we will guide the overall humanity. apart from their professions and apart from their fields. We will get all the people. So that is the reason why we have named that multiversity. So this education system has changed in India, should be changed. Why? Because the time has came, and it is the dream of Acharya Nagarjuna, and many enlightened masters has tried for this change in India. So now its time has come, and everybody should contribute to this multiversity, and everybody should contribute to this project, and it is the need of the hour. The time has came. So not only in the spiritual way, but every common man and every person in the whole world should contribute to this multiversity. Not only contribution is not that money, contribution of wisdom, contribution of professionalism, and contribution of your knowledge, intelligence, and your expertise, your skills, whatever, in what way you can contribute to that multiversity, you can contribute it. And one day, within 10 years, we want to see a golden India with the changes in the education, in the humanity, in the people, in the society, not only in the physical world and also in the spiritual world. In 5 years, we have to train the people to become enlightened. 10,000 people should become enlightened in 5 years. And within 10 years, we want to see a golden India. And that is the vision and mission of our multiversities. So this is the inspiration given by the Acharya Nagarjuna and Gautama Buddha. So everybody should follow it. So friends, understand this and contribute your knowledge and wisdom to this multiversities, and grow up to full extent in the society. Thank you so much.